So it's funny because my opponent, the Rhino, is trying to tell people that she's doing well and she's up in the polls, which is, I guess if you're counting people who are, dead people, she might be. But she's not up in the polls. And it makes me think they might be trying to set the stage for another steal.
Hey everybody, Maz Jobrani here, Maz Jobrani there, Maz Jobrani everywhere. Now listen, guys, some of you know me, you know I'm a comedian. Some of you don't know me. I'm a comedian. Now, sometimes I tour and I do shows and a lot of people show up. And then sometimes I go places and not a lot of people show up. Now, if I were to take the Kari Lake approach to my career, whenever I did any shows, I would say a lot of people showed up. And if they didn't show up, the fix was in. Something happened. Nobody told them about my show. There's a conspiracy to stop me from having a lot of people at my shows. You see what I'm saying? Kari Lake is out of her goddamn mind.
You put out the bogus polls, you tell everybody you're doing well, oh, we're way ahead, we're surging, and it's not true. But they're going to try to do that. We don't have the luxury, nor would we want to have dead people voting on our side. But as long as they've got dead people voting on their side, that means we got to go out and vote like our lives depend on it. We got to get every single person.
You see, Kari Lake, or is it Kari Lake, whatever, she's some lady in a lake. She's running against Karen Taylor Robson for the Republican nomination for governor of Arizona. Now, here's the catch. She is a big MAGA person, Kari, whatever. And she recently had a lot of controversy because she's been talking against LGBTQ and drag queens and all that stuff. And then images showed up of her embracing a drag queen in the past. So it didn't look good for her conservative credentials. And so her poll numbers are going down. And the other lady who's more of the establishment Republican, her poll numbers are coming up. And so Kari Lake, or Kari Lake, whatever, the lake lady, she at a rally was saying, the polls are showing my opponent is winning because they're counting dead people. Sound familiar? Doesn't this sound like the Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Donald Trump strategy to not admitting a loss?
They always like to say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Not a conspiracy theory, folks. Millions and millions of people.
What world are we living in? This all reminds me of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had a friend of mine. This guy, he was a friend. We'd play this game. We'd play like a baseball, wiffle ball, one-on-one baseball game outside of his house. And anytime he was losing, it was his house. He would say, we're going to go another inning. We're going to go another inning until I win. So there was no way for him to lose. If you wanted to go inside the house, you had to lose. That's what the MAGA Republicans are doing now. Listen, if I'm an establishment Republican, or if I'm a sane person, I am worried. I am worried right now because what's happened is these crazy MAGA folks are now even using the Donald Trump playbook on their own Republicans. They're calling them Republican in name only, Rhino, and they're saying the Rhinos are now cheating. So basically, everyone's cheating. You can't, no, Kari Lake, Lake Lady can never lose. Donald Trump can never lose. It's impossible. Everyone's cheating. How is that possible? You lose. Sometimes in life, you win. Sometimes you lose. This is how life works. But Donald Trump and his crazies, the crazies that were at the crazy meeting at the White House that January 6th has now shown, they came up with a strategy. Never admit that you lost and come up with crazy stuff. Venezuelan and Italian satellites got together and changed the votes so Donald Trump didn't really lose. You lost. Kari Lake hasn't even lost yet. She might win. I don't know. But already start planting the seeds. So if you lose, you can say, well, clearly dead people voted. Dead people voted? By the way, the irony of it all is, so far, a lot of the election fraud that was found in 2020 was Republicans trying to cheat. Mark Meadows, the chief of staff himself, is being investigated for voting illegally. Just keep that in mind. Kari Lake. So here's my thing, guys. Listen, once again, I'm a comedian. And I will admit, some shows less people, some shows more people. But these politicians on the MAGA side are not willing to admit that less people voted. It's always more people voted, but something happened. Something happened along the way. If you're a Republican, you should be very worried. If you're a Republican with any sanity, you should be very worried. Because what's happened is the Democratic Party has started to put money to help people like Kari Lake win because they feel they can beat them easier because they're so cuckoo. Why are you so cuckoo? How could the world be in such a big conspiracy always against you? Who the hell do you think you are that they're all conspiring against you? Who are you? Donald Trump, Kari Lake, anybody else who believes the election was stolen? Who are you? Maybe you're the reason you lost. Maybe Donald Trump lost because people didn't like him. More people did not like him than they did like him. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's an idiot. Maybe Kari Lake, more people don't like her than do like her because she's a hypocrite, etc. Republicans, you better be worried. If you're a sane Republican, you better be worried. I'm Maz Jobrani. I'm on tour, MazJobrani.com. Follow me at Maz Jobrani. I'll see you online.